Greetings, fellow travelers, interlopers, and the curious. I get it now. I know why people don't have a lot of friends, because the few that I do have, they already called me again. The first time was to complain that there's no way I could get my freighter fully upgraded, and they called me. I showed them how, and I'm like, sure, okay, fine, they bit. Now they're calling me out on my money situation. I've got 169 right now. Let me see how much money I can make in the shortest possible time just to kind of flex on these fools. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a learning experience for you guys slash a flex for me. So first up, money. Well, the quickest way is resources, to sell resources: gold, silver, platinum, indium, cadmium, activated preferably. And of course, knowing this from early in the game helped me out. Duh. So don't laugh at my names. I give my spaceships weird names, I give my homes weird names, and I give, of course, my my resources weird name. So I have a gold digger activated. Where's my other two? I have a cobalt farm, which I barely ever visit anymore. I have my activated indium cache, which is once upon a time activated indium was the thing to have, but all of a sudden gold eclipsed it in price, and then for a time gold was on the top, and now it's platinum. So yeah, of course there's no platinum farms to be had, so you're gonna have to make that using your refiners, but one thing at a time. So I have all my resources. Where's my shiny? Here we go, silver shiny. So I have my resources that I got. So let me go here first. Because this one's gonna require some, and I'll show you when I get there. Yeah, so they're calling me out. So right now I'm at 169. I'm gonna give you the information, then I'm gonna collect, and we're gonna move forward. Here we go. Welcome to Money, 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 Money. Mr. Krabs special words. If you don't watch SpongeBob, you're missing out. Okay, so take a look, see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's how I roll. How much can I get here at any given time? Yeah, you're not seeing wrong. Those are real numbers. And no, I didn't build that in a day, obviously. That took a while to get to that fantastic number. How long? Don't know. But it wasn't a single day build. I've come by here, I'll add some stuff. Like I'm here right now, I got nothing better to do with my time, so I'll probably, put another one here just because I can, just because I want to, and for no other reason other than that. So I'll come by and I'll stack, a few of them again, just because I want to, just because I can, for no other reason. And I'll just, build my little empire like this. I mean, it doesn't take much. It's just metal plating. No big whoop-to-do. You just keep making them. You make metal plating from ferrite dust. It's not exactly hard to get. Hello, look where I'm at. That stuff is everywhere. So you build it at a place where resources are plentiful. I mean, I have no shortage of ferrite dust around me. All right, so see, of course you got to connect it. So you get your supply pipe and connect and connect to you. All right, so will that give me the big millions? No, that's just adding two more to the mix. So as for this, I've been stacking these things as high as I can get them stacked, and my power supply, I need a lot because I have a lot of extractors on the other side. So where are my extractors? I built this thing a long time ago. Otherwise, I'd have put everything in a closer proximity so I didn't have to run all the way over here. But what is going on here? Okay, so when I first built this thing, there weren't any localized gravity disturbance, whatever that is. That didn't used to be a thing. That was part of the world's update. And while it makes everything pretty, I hate these things so much because they weren't here before. This is just a little planet. There's nothing exciting going on here. And all of a sudden, now I have localized disturbance just randomly popping up. And of course, it waits until you get here. Let me turn... Oh, good grief. Really? Just what I was trying to avoid. Alright, let me turn the volume of these guys down a second. I don't use OBS. I should be able to... Yeah, let me turn this volume down a little bit. Alright. Alright, so... with these guys... not the localized disturbance, which are really annoying. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to build this. This would have taken me much longer if I had to keep running inside to avoid localized disturbances. Of course, now there's an electrical one. This didn't used to be here. There it is over there. This is absolutely bananas. Okay? I appreciate the attention to detail, Hello Games, but this is pretty much annoying. Anyway, so... me personally, I like a little bit of order, so I use these little stand things. What are they called? They're in here. Yeah, the cuboid room frames. Well, I can't even remember the names of things. The cuboid room frames. Just for a little bit of order and organization, right? The only thing these batteries are here for is just so I could find something that would tell me how much power is drawing. Again, it was my younger days in the game. I was learning how to do things. And are you joking? You see what I'm talking about? How is anyone supposed to build anything if they're constantly running away from weird random disturbances? That said, yes, you can double and triple, and I've seen people quadruple stack these things. Apparently, the laws of physics are violated in the worst possible ways with these units. However, they do have a problem. You can only connect them once. And for me, this became the solution, the storage silos. See, I would connect them... let me see if I can show you real quick. Let me go here so I can get in camera view. All right, so I'd connect them, this one to this one, and then this one to this one, to this one, to this one, to this one. But I couldn't go back and then connect this guy to this guy to this. It didn't work that way. What I had to do was I lined them all up, and then I connected this to this, to this, to this, to this, to this. Then I went down to this, to this, to this, to this. And then this one, because it's the last one in the chain, it will then allow you to connect to a new series that goes on. So again, I would clearly have to start in the back row. I have a lot of movement going on here. I clearly would have to start in the back row. So you, then you, then you, then you, then you, then you, then you. And then I connect them, dot. And then I do another row, you, then you, then you, then you, and then connect them. So I do from left to right, not necessarily. And then when I build it, I go from right to left. Then I build the next row, go from left to right. So you see the pattern, right? Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, until I got to the front, and then I connected them to a silo. Now, obviously, I didn't build all of this in one day. Duh. That's a lot of resources. So I planned ahead a little bit and I put some things out because I knew I was going to expand. So in places like this, I would put a supply depot, and it allowed it to be my connection point. So if I run out of a spot and this wouldn't allow me to connect anymore, then I'll just connect it to the supply depot, create another row, go up and down, and then when I run out of resources, I connect it to the supply depot. Then I go away, go do whatever I want, enjoy some No Man's Sky. Then when I feel greedy to come back and build some more, I'll do another 2 rows or whatever I can afford to build, connect it to the supply depot, and but I try to keep it neat. So if I start a row, I'll finish a row. So that way it reduced the amount of connection back to the supply depot. And that's why you have so many lines that crisscross. And there's a lot more. There's probably 3 or 4 underlining lines there. And there's another one back there. And then there's 2 here with a bunch of lines going to those. And those clearly goes all the way back to the main silos, which then stores everything. So that's how I was able to do it. And like I said, this was not a one-day build, okay? This started as, I found a hotspot, which is, it's somewhere right around here in the middle. And then I started building stuff around it because there's a percentage value of how much resources you can get the further away you go. So I stayed within a certain percentage range and kept the resources flowing. All right. So let me get back up here. All right, so back. So what I'll do is, now you see my setup. My silver deposit is pretty much the same thing. But No Man's Sky has a build limit. So I focus majority of my silos and storage at my highest gainers. So my activated indium, my gold, and silver. So when I come here, I do a quick collect. All right. Of course, it's filling now because I just added 2 more. All right. So I do a quick collect, right? Get all my goodies. Then I run over to my silver farm. Go over to my silver shiny. I guess I can turn the volume back up. Ba, 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 ba. All that thought. Come on. All right, so let me go turn this guy back up. It should be around here. Yeah, that should be about it. All right, that should be about it. So I go to my silver shiny. There it is. So I just run outside real quick. This weather was never good, but since Worlds 2 update, it got horrible. As you can clearly see, well, I don't know about the word clearly in this horrible weather, but this one is not as big as the other, but it's still pretty massive. All right, and yes, those are real hours that it takes to fill, 81 hours. I need to add some more extractors, but there they are. Hopefully that's visible. It should be. I mean, I can see it, so you guys should be able to. There they are, even in this horrible weather, and it goes back further than the other one. Instead of going high, I just kind of went long, which I had the real estate for, so I did it. All right, so I just collected my silver shiny. Did I collect them? Yes, I did. All right, so then I can run over to my indium. I'm telling you, the things I have to do just to let people know that I am not cheating the system. Okay. This one was actually a pain because the storms on this place was absolutely bananas. I mean, I was getting flung left and right every second. I mean, this one was my most difficult. Oh, most. What most? This was my definite challenge. I mean, the weather here is severe, to say the least. And this was before the update, so I don't even want to know what it's like now. So I come here, If there's terrible weather, I stay inside till it clears. Because this was a horrible planet to begin with. Grab my stuff. Like I said, I have a capacity I can't exceed. So there's my power supply. And I built it close. Go, go, go. Get out of Dodge. It's probably why I haven't really expanded this or did anything more down here. See what I'm talking about? You can stack it. This one is stacked 1, 2, 3, 4 high. Yeah, 4 high. No, 5. This one's stacked 5 high. So you can multi-stack them and they work just fine. Alright, so I've got... Now, at this point, I can go back to my very, very beautiful capital ship, which you saw the name I call it. It was Warboat for a while, but, you know, that sounded too serious, so I gave it a more appropriate name. I can come back to my buddy here, right? And I can use my refiners and I can put gold and silver in here to make platinum, right? Who doesn't know that? Everybody knows that, right? And I'll get this much at a time, and then I'll come back. I have to hit begin again. It takes 16 minutes, so it's not exactly, you know, a deal breaker. It's going to break the bank. But of course, I don't just have one. Hello, how you think you make money? Can't be stingy. All right, you got to spend money to make money. All right, so you put this guy here. You put that guy there. It don't really matter because I'm gonna have to come back up here and do work on him. If there is a way I could do like a layout that would make this go smoother, I would. You know, like a grid box and go refiner, click, click, refiner, click, click, refiner, click, click. It would be nice, but I don't think Hello Games is gonna make something for my convenience. But I hear they listen to community, so I know if I'm lucky, if I'm ever so lucky, they'll see this video and I'll be eternally grateful because that would be awesome. And I know, as a matter of fact, someone told me about doing this way, and excuse me, and I was like, yeah, it's too much work. But then I realized, you know, the payoff is pretty sweet because platinum is rather costly, and you get a really sweet payday for it. And then if you play the stock market, and by the stock market I mean you look at the prices in each system and you see where you get the most money from for your sales, you can do pretty sweet. And even without doing this conversion process, right? And I'm not going to convert all of them. I'm just gonna do a little flex, you know. I'm not going to convert all of them. I have more than I need to convert right now. My refiners are going to be completely full, and I'm going to do something ridiculous just for a video. I'm going to lose some money just because of a video, but that's right. I can flex like that because I've got it. Man, that was a Bill Gates statement if I ever heard one. Okay, so I'll take this last one. Okay. Can I build more refiners? Sure. Do I want to? No. You see all that click, click, click and stuff. I don't know. So I can even just come down here. Okay. I'm not even going to check as long as I get a positive number, which I usually do anyway because it's gold and silver. All right. I can come here and I can click on my silver, and this silver that I have in my hand is 4 million units worth. Where's my gold? Gold, 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 goldie, 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 goldie. Where are you? Don't hide from me. There it is. And this gold is 20 mil by itself. Okay, so there's a 20 plus a 5. That's 25 mil, right? Okay. So if I were to just sell that right now, I'll add 25 mil. And you know what? I'm going to. Because I can. Right? Right. Cool. Because I have to show the actual coin. Don't worry, I will, and I am. So there it is. 25 mil added to my cheesy fund. So, and I can keep doing this. I can keep selling the resources. Where's that? There was indium. Activated indium. Where are you? 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 Can we organize this? Activated indium, where are you? Mm-hmm. It was very possible that I passed it because clearly I need some more glasses. That's another 5 mil. I have an activated cadmium farm, which I can probably get another 4 mil out of. I can do the activated copper for another 2 or 3 mil, and easily, well, I'm already at 200. All right. And then that's every few days, plus another probably 20 mil worth of stuff there. So, excuse me, how do you become a billionaire? Well, that's not the final story. Show you a quick way to make a lot of mils, but it's a process. So, I go to my bases. That's my mold. And I go to my favorite little campsite when it's time to stack up on some money. You'll see. Ah, this is taking rather long. Okay, whatever that was about. Okay, so I don't know why I just did that. Did the spin around routine. Lost Alice in Wonderland. Okay, so I come back to my campsite, to my little harmonic interface, and of course it's in lockdown. It's always in lockdown. So the answer here is, what's that, 7, 13, and 3. 7, 13, and 3. Oh. 7, 13, and 3. Okay. Outstanding. Yep, you guessed it, a living ship. Well, why do you need a living ship? You already have a living ship. Shh, I'm teaching stuff, hold on. So for those of you who want to know, it's usually not far. This one's only a 40-second quick skip, so yeah. I'll just fast forward through this section. Okay, so I find a living ship. Don't really matter what it looks like, I don't care. It doesn't matter what the level on it is S, A, B, don't really matter. Well, it does for what I'm trying to do here, but at this point I'm just trying to show you the quick. Hey, it's not a bad looking fellow either. Don't look too bad at all. It doesn't look too bad at all. Ooh, it's an S. Sweet. I'm just sitting here talking about it doesn't matter. Oh, it very much matters. Yeah. I have to go now and get the, I gotta go tickle the brain. You guys know how this stuff works. Find me someplace I can present your brain. That sounded very weird in so many different ways. Turn, my lovely. Let's hope this one is right around the corner. Oh wait, it is. Must be why I come here all the time. floating down in the sea. Okay. So now you're on top of the whole process. You present the brain. Blah, 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 blah. Click, 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 click. Yes, 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 yes. I am presented with a harmonic brain. Yay me. Fantastic. Now, I don't know of anyone on No Man's Skyville who doesn't know this at this point. I mean, this is pretty much common knowledge now, right? You present the brain, you go back, and now the Sentinel ship is yours, right? Okay, cool. We all know this. This is not surprising. The difference with you and me here, happy folks, is... Man, Billy, I have no intention of keeping it. I'm going to fly this S-Class beauty straight to the space station.
Technology prepared.
I don't like it, really. I think it's ugly. I genuinely think it's ugly. Yeah, sorry. For those of you who are in the comments or losing their mind right now, I happen to think this is ugly. I don't care for it. Let me use my controller. It'll be a lot easier to control the movements. Yeah. I use a keyboard and mouse, and I also use a controller when I'm flying, and I use a keyboard and mouse when I'm on the ground. I think I said that in one of my previous videos. But yeah, I happen to think this is ugly. This is not my cup of tea. And even if it was my cup of tea, I don't have time to train a new ship. I have no intention, so I'm going to claim you like I was going to leave it in the first place. I jump in it, I take off, and I go straight to the space station and sell it. Uh-huh. Bum, 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 bum. Da, da, da. I have another campsite in another city. Not a city, in another solar system. Come here to the outfitting station. Begin salvage analyses. And I just made $27 million in what? Less than 5 minutes. And I can do that again and again and again because there is no limitations on those Sentinel ships. All right? So I get all this stuff. You guys know what to do with him. You take him to the station because that's where your money is in these spools that you just got, right? They're worth the money, and these ridiculous parts. Okay, so I go. Where's my ship? Oh, he brought me this one, Nightmare Nanny. That's fine. I can go right back down to my autophage campsite and repeat the process. Literally repeat the process. Over and over and over again till I'm pleased, until I'm filthy rich. Up to money to my knees. I'm making up that song and it's terrible. Don't judge me. What am I kidding? Y'all are judging me big time. Alright, so land. How long has this video been running for? I have no clue. Where's this? What's that say? 31 minutes, and I'm probably going to edit some of that out because I speed through two other places. Right? I already did the math, so as long as I keep coming back here, it's going to keep finding me dissonant spikes. I'm going to keep clicking on it I'm going to keep finding the ship. I'm going to keep tickling the brain. I'm going to keep making 20 million every single time. And even if it's not an S-class vessel, let's say I get a C-class one, I promise you, even the C-class makes you a couple million, like probably 17, 18 mil, if not more. So it's not like you're going to take a huge hit on your income just selling these things really quickly. Oh, this one's all of 5 minutes away. All right, let me surge up in the atmosphere. As we descend, what do we have down here? Oh, land, land, land! Why am I not landing? Why are you not being landy? Hello? Oh, landy. Land, please. Are you confused about the concept of landing? There we go. I have no idea what was that about. I'm sitting there smashing the E button and just looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay, so let's get back to our little ship thing. Avoid the fires. This one's an A. Okay. Where did I park? Over there. And I'll tickle the brain. Rinse and repeat. 20 mil. And I'm going to show you exactly what you get for an A class. I'm going to speed through this section. I present thee, O brain of brains. Give me a new brain that will respond to my manly commands. There it be. Okay, cool. And I go back to Nightmare Nanny. And I take off.
Technology prepared.
Okay. One more time. I go up into the wild blue, well, into the wild black yonder, and I go to you yet again. What do I get for an A-class Senti ship? Let's find out together. Begin salvage analysis. 22 million. So my numbers were right. So at an average, let's just say you get a bunch of C-class ones in the mix, which is going to give you right around 19, 20 mil based on these numbers, right? If you do the average, say it takes about, if you're like a really fast gamer and it only takes you like 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, let's say it takes you 5 minutes on average. Okay, 5 minutes on average to make 20 mil. It's simple math, people. If you run the numbers, you're doing, what did I say, around 5 minutes. Let's you know what, let's just go on the cheap end. Let's say you're getting, oh, I don't know, let's go low. Let's say you're getting 20 million per ship, right? You're getting 20 million per ship. That, wait, I can't teleport from these guys. You're getting 20 million per ship within an hour, okay, at 5 minutes each. That's 12 rotations in 5 minutes. And some of you guys can probably move a lot faster. Okay, some of you probably have, skip around tricks and stuff that you can do to make yourself go faster. So you can probably do it in like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes or less. But let's just say you average 5 minutes per. Let's just say, okay, let's just say. That's an average of 12 ships in an hour. That's 250 million units. right? And that's just selling ships. 250 million units just selling ships. Plus the 40 million that I just made in a few minutes. Now I can't make that again for 3 days, but I can keep selling these. And like I said, I have the cadmium farm that I didn't go to yet. I have the activated what's that thing called? That activated copper and the activated. I have a activated cadmium farm as well. I'd call it something else. I don't know what I call it. Anyway, you run those numbers, and if I grind at it, like I set up my computer here and I like seriously grind at it for, you know, the rest of the morning. It's, you know, it's fairly early right now. If I grind at it straight back until, let's say, 3 o'clock this afternoon, that'll give me 6 hours of actual No Man's Sky time, which I will not do because I got things to do. I could be a billionaire, 1.6 billion by this afternoon. Oh wait, I have to go sell this stuff. Give me a second, let me show you the numbers now. Yeah, I have to sell this stuff. All this, the scraps and doodads are in my inventory, so I have to sell them now. Alright, so let's start with, usually at the bottom. Alright, the spools, get rid of those. Subatomic regulators, got rid of those. There we go. AI valves. Right, there we go. Big money, right? And this is just selling spaceships. Compressed indium scrap. I think that was it. Yeah, the compressed indium scraps and the subatomic regulator doodads. Okay. And so now I'm already $250 million, right? And that's since this video started, and I'm running my mouth, and I took the time to explain my farm. Now, if you only count the 5 minutes that I ran around and got the ship, I mean, now you see how I'm a billionaire. Do you see it now? It's easy to make this money. And, you know, if I have time on a weekend, I find myself with magical free time, oh yeah, I can run this mission and be, you know, $2 billion richer by the end of the day. Just do like an 8-hour grind and, you know, have $2-3 billion. But I don't need to, okay? I really don't need to. But now you see how. Now you know how I made that money. So let me pull up my cute little gestures. Nope, not photo mode. There we go. And I'll wave to you guys and say ciao. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.